The Church is a body with one head, which is Christ. When a Christian community is in need, all the members of the Ecclesial Body move to its aid. The collection with which for centuries Christians around the world have been doing their utmost for the presence of their brothers and sisters in the land of Jesus is the most important of the Catholic Church. It founds and explains the very meaning of charity, which is the love of God, manifested in Christ crucified, dead and risen. Ever since St. Francis arrived as a pilgrim in the Holy Land, obtaining for his friars to remain here, whatever the political power or government of the moment, the Universal Church has found in them the first people responsible for the holy places, which are witnesses of God's passage through human history. The Pro Terra Santa collection is linked to the life of the custody because it is the Franciscans who over the centuries have preserved shrines, built educational works, carried on ecumenical and interreligious dialogue, and accompanied and supported the lives of Christians in the Middle East. I always highlight, both to students and others, that what the Crusaders failed to do in the Holy Land, the friars succeeded in doing. In fact, in the book I wrote on the history of custody, there is a chapter devoted to whether we can call the friars continuers of the Crusaders. Yes, we can use this language, but in a peaceful way, not with the sword, but with prayer, with presence. The main purpose of the Crusades was to maintain the holy places, and the friars were able to do this in a peaceful way. So this presence that there is in the Holy Land, in every holy place, confirms precisely this prerogative of St. Francis, who wanted to give this mission to the Catholic world, calling it the Pearl of Missions, so as it were the most important mission for the Friars Minor that we have in our order. This collection has always, and today even more so, been of vital importance. Brother Narcissus, historian and archivist of the custody of the Holy Land, tells us about the evolution of this institution that involves the whole Church. Especially in this year, it becomes decisive for the preservation and protection of the custody's works in the Holy Land. The earliest document we have, which speaks of the collection made for the Holy Land, is from 1455. The bull we have here from Callistus III, which gives permission to the friars of the custody to travel to different countries and collect money for the holy places. This, I could say, is the first one ever that talks specifically about collecting money for the Holy Land. Then along the centuries we have different bulls. Other popes like Urban VIII and then Pius VI confirm all these rites by adding or specifying when this collection for the Holy Land should be done. So it is specified that it could be done 2 or even 3 times a year, Sunday or other days. So from the very beginning it is not specified exactly that it should be on Good Friday. We find the fact that the collection should be done on Good Friday only in the 19th century, when it is also specified that the offerings made from the collections in the different churches should be given to the commissioners of the Holy Land, who should then take them for the Holy Land itself. For the custody, ultimate concrete indications are those of Paul VI bull, Nobis in Animo, which already specifies in 3 points how the collection should be done, for what purpose and in what way, then distributed in the Holy Land. Because we need to know that from the Good Friday collection, 65% goes to the custody, 35% for the other works of Holy Land and other institutions. And so most of the Good Friday collection comes to the custody. It is really allocated for social works. We are at 80% for social works, that is schools, parishes and so on. It is only a small part for sanctuaries. In Paul VI bull it is specified that it could also be done on another day, so to be decided, for example, depending on the ordinaries of the place. If a day would be more propitious to organize this collection, however, By now, I think, all over the world, it is known precisely as the Good Friday collection. Also used that way because both theologically and historically it is easier to connect it with the Holy Land, with the Passion of Christ. So let's help the Holy Land, because it needs the help of the whole world.